My name is Lisa Wasko DeVetter. I'm a professor of horticulture at Washington State University and have been studying soil biodegradable plastic mulches and other mulch technologies in small fruit production systems for over 10 years now. I'm actually going to talk about two significant barriers. So the first barrier is perceived cost. Now, soil biodegradable plastic mulch is initially more expensive, but what we've seen and demonstrated through cost-benefit analyses that we've conducted in collaboration with economists is that the net returns can be the same or greater when a grower switches from traditional polyethylene plastic mulch to biodegradable plastic mulch. And that's because biodegradable plastic mulch offers three main cost savings. One, it just needs to be tilled into the field, so there is no labor cost for removal. There's also no transportation cost, which can be quite significant to get it to a disposal site. And then thirdly, there are no tipping fees associated with biodegradable plastic mulches. So again, the way to overcome this barrier is communicating with growers that despite initially higher costs for biodegradable mulch technology, there are cost savings at end of life that can lead to improved net income for a farmer when they make the switch to biodegradable plastic mulch. Briefly then, the second barrier is the fate and residence time of biodegradable plastic mulches in soil. A lot of growers are concerned about this, particularly if they're in a situation where land is leased and it switches from one grower to the other. And the concern is about those fragments persisting in the soil. And I think what really helps in terms of addressing this is for growers to do small-scale experiments with biodegradable plastic mulch films on their own farm and to just gain some familiarity and comfort with that material. And then also we still need and are benefiting from continued research that looks at fate and residence time and impacts on soil health metrics when using biodegradable plastic mulches in new as well as in legacy sites with a history of biodegradable plastic mulches. I'll talk a little about the findings of that result, but overall, I think that the findings are going to demonstrate and continue to demonstrate that the soil health implication of biodegradable plastic mulches are neutral to, benign and much better than traditional polyethylene plastic mulch, which we tend to see even with removal technologies leave some persistent microplastics in the soil. And I'm going to share an experience that I had with a large-scale organic grower in North America, where they were so tired of using traditional polyethylene plastic mulch and had concerns about its impact on the soil with microplastics that remain, as well as the amount of persistent plastic that is generated at landfill sites where they were disposing. So what they decided to do is that they decided to dedicate a large portion of their organic farm to using soil biodegradable plastic mulches. And this is noteworthy because in North America, biodegradable plastic mulches that are sold on the marketplace do not meet the criteria for use in certified organic production systems, meaning that grower is risking their certification status. And they did that well aware that the use of biodegradable plastic mulches would likely cause them to lose their certification on that land. But growers, that one in particular, was so keen to try and use an alternative technology that reduced their persistent plastic waste footprint that they were willing to give up their organic certification status. I hope attendees will learn more about biodegradable plastic mulches as a tool for reducing the persistent plastic footprint that growers have in their farms, and be more open to this particular technology. There's a lot of other technologies that are on the horizon. There's also a lot of excitement when it comes to recycling traditional polyethylene plastic mulch. And I really hope that listeners are inspired by the horticultural trials done across multi-site trials in North America and learn about the promise of these promising technologies.